Okay, so in this video, I'll be making a callback to two other videos, the summer video and the crushes video. In the summer video, I mentioned this amazing neighborhood I used to live in. That's where the story takes place. In the crushes video, I talk about this time where I ran through a thorn bush avoiding confrontation with my crush Cassidy. I'll be telling the full story of that. Also, this is my first video that's just one single story besides the weather geek thing, so yeah. It was one of the hottest summers I can remember. We were hitting 105 degrees Fahrenheit every day, and it was like mega humid to make it worse. Anyways, most of my friends were at camp, so I was stuck at home for the longest time. I had been waiting and finally the day came. I was just watching TV when I heard a knock at the door. I went up to the door to see my old friend Philip. Phil! Hair! Don't call me that. Alright, my bad. Dude, everyone's back from camp and everyone's swimming at Riley's. Wanna come? Oh yeah, stay right here. Let's go! So for some reason, we didn't take bikes. We walked in the heat over to Riley's house. When we got there, I noticed there was like only girls there. That was a downer, but from a distance I heard a screech from further in Riley's backyard. Cassidy's here! Philip looked at me because he knew I liked her. I looked behind me towards Ella's house, and sure enough, there was Cassidy's car. The girls around me rushed towards Ella's house, and Ella screamed at me, "This is war!" When I was in elementary school, we played this game called Boys and Girls War, and I called it a game, but we took it like it was way much more than a game. It was a never-ending game with two teams, obviously, and it was the boys and the girls. I was the leader of the boys, and we were fighting to show that girls shouldn't always be the first to get water after PE. Cassidy and Ella were the leaders of the girls, and they were showing that the females were superior, and they deserved the first sip of water. Anyways, so when Ella screamed, "This is war," panic kind of set in for me and Philip. There was like 20 girls running towards Ella's, and it was just me and Philip representing the boys. So we took off towards a tree and so we could cool down and make a plan. We knew that they would probably destroy us if they attacked, so we devised a plan to find peace with them that one day. Philip would go up to the door and try to talk Ella out of an attack. I was going to go around the house and wait behind the fence and make sure they wouldn't try to go around the house and do some sneak attack kind of meme. If either of us witnessed a kind of attack, the code was "Caw-caw, caw-caw!" So we went up there and got in our places. I took off around the corner in between these two fences. What I didn't know is that half of the girls that were there were going to go around the other side of these two fences. I looked behind me, and right on the tail end of Philip was Cassidy. That made me accelerate. I kept running and got right to the end of the fence. As soon as I got around the corner, I ran into some girl, probably Natalie. I hit off of her and hit the fence. I had to keep my footing, so I kept running despite me feeling extremely dizzy. While I was running, I noticed my right leg was in some serious pain. I fell down under a tree, and I looked down to see a buttload amount of thorns on my right leg. I picked out the thorns one by one, and I was bleeding pretty bad. I got up though, and started for home. Philip caught up to me. "Where have you been? Where have you been?" "You don't want to know." We got home and I put a bandage on my leg. The girls tried coming to the house later on, but I locked the door. So yeah, moral of the story is, well, I don't know, just don't run through thorn bushes. Is moral like necessary at this point? Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I know it was, I don't know how long the video is going to be, but whatever. It was fun to make. Expect more of these just story videos where it's not just one general topic, it's just the story and whatever. Thanks for whatever subscriber count I have now. Thanks everybody for watching, and